Game Night is directed by John Francis Daly and Jonathan Goldstein and stars Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams, among others. I honestly went in not expecting too much and came out of that movie very, very happy. Game Night is about Max and Annie. They're a couple who occasionally hold a night of festivities at their house with a lot of their friends. When Max is visited by his older brother during one of these nights, festivities turn to chaos. This movie was honestly a pleasant surprise for me. Jason Bateman is always really good, and he was in this movie too. He always has this way of line delivery that only he has that I really like. I don't really know how to explain it. He's just always funny in the same way, and I just always seem to enjoy it. Rachel McAdams is great playing Rachel McAdams. Honestly, what I liked most about all the actors in this movie is their chemistry. All the friends and the relationships within the group of friends just worked really well. It was all unique, cool, and I was really interested in all of it. Some people that really stuck out for me were Billy Magnuson as Ryan and Jesse Plemons as Gary. Honestly, throughout the movie, it was like they said so much stuff that made me laugh. I'd just see their face by the end and I would crack up. Plemons especially, he just stole the show. The movie was actually super good to look at most of the time too. They did this really cool thing, I think with miniatures, or at least they made it look like miniatures, but I really liked it. There were a few very good inventive shots thrown into the mix as well, which I can always appreciate. Game Night was written by Mark Perez, whose most notable credits are Herbie Fully Loaded and Accepted. You can understand why I went into this movie with a little bit of skepticism. I was laughing for about 70% of the time I was sitting in the theater. It's honestly been a really long time since a movie did that for me. And throughout the movie there was a lot of heart too that kept me invested. It wasn't just some pointless joke. It all had meaning. I think there were 2 or 3 jokes in the movie that didn't land, and they didn't land really hard. A movie that avoids political humor, maybe throwing 1 or 2 jokes in there wasn't the smartest move. That is definitely just my personal preference, but that's me. If I talk too much about the writing, I'll definitely give too much away, so I'll just say this. The movie was really smart. It knew it was a movie and had fun with that. There were references. I love good references and I love genre humor, but I love it the most when it's done well. This movie did it well. Music was definite icing on the cake for me. The composer of the soundtrack for this movie is actually Cliff Martinez. When I found that out, I was really surprised. He does all the music for Nicholas Winding Refn movies like Drive and Only God Forgives. He uses a synthesizer to his advantage in this movie, having kind of an 80s feel, but it's not overdone because he throws in some good classic rock just to keep it energetic. I walked into Game Night expecting a run-of-the-mill comedy and walked out extremely happy. It's funny, it's witty, it's fast-paced, and has heart. Game Night gets an 8 out of 10. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Feel free to comment below if you have anything you want to say about the movie. And if you want me to review a movie you like, just put it right in those comments. Subscribe for more if you like the content and want more of it.